Hey, this is Jeremy and Zan, and you're watching the Lotus Boxers.
What's up, everybody? Lotus Boxers here. You got Jeremy Bertarioni
and Zan Sayed.
And today, very special, very happy to announce that we got
Jody Magic Fest Keith.
Oh, yeah!
Let's go.
Jody, it's so good to see you. So good to have us on our show. How are you feeling, dude?
Oh, feeling great, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we were so excited. When Collins was like, we can have Jody on the show, I was like, snap yes. Zan was already messaging you.
Yeah. Goon Squad.
No way,
we
bro.
had to
I
get
was
the
like, I won the Grand Prix, and then I did the interview, and the first thing I was like, oh, yeah, now they got to let me on this Lotus Box show. We made it, baby.
Yeah, dude.
You're Lotus Boxer.
You're a killer.
Jody, is there anybody you want to thank? Any shout-outs before we get started?
Sure. Yeah, I want to start by, well, first of all, thank you y'all for having me. Love the Lotus Box crew on the Star City Tour. And I want to thank all my friends, family. I've already thanked my mom. I don't know if she's going to see this, but all the goons from the chat and the Goon Squad over here on my Twitch that have kept me playing Magic competitively. The Mastermind coaching group that has kept me on my toes. And being a coach in that group has really helped me grow as a player. And I'd also like to thank my girlfriend for being very supportive of me being a full-time Magic player. So I couldn't have done it without everybody's help. All my friends from back in the day that always knew I could do it. It's been really great to actually win a trophy for all the people who have supported me. So couldn't have done it without them. Everybody. One love, baby.
Yeah.
Everybody was so happy for you. The Magic community is just like, yes, Jody got one. If it's not me, it's Jody. It's been the sentiment. So you get all the support, man. We love it.
Man, it's overwhelming, man. It's overwhelming how supportive this community is. I'm so happy to be a part of it, and it really showed after I won. I never knew. I mean, I knew it was there, and that's why I've played Magic for so long. Is how great the community is. But just seeing it all in one place in one day, like. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, dude, awesome. I was honestly, let's be real. I was surprised that I felt so good. I was like, Jody won a Grand Prix? Hell yeah. And then I was like, what? I didn't know I cared so much, but I needed him to get that win. I didn't know.
Oh, man, well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it was such a great storyline. And I think this also proves something more. You know, you represent a lot of the Star City side as well. And you winning a top 8 an SCG and then winning the Grand Prix proves so much for the SCG Tour. A lot of times people discredit SCG Tour guys, and you were there battling, and you knocked out their best guys. It was awesome.
Oh man, I played against 3 Japanese pros and 2 of them in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. I was playing people from South America, the best, everybody that was descending upon America, to go play the Mythic Championship next week.
Yep.
And every time I won, I was like, "Hey, look, good luck at the Pro Tour next week," you know.
Yeah.
And wish them luck. And it's like, man, they're going to play the Pro Tour next week, and I'm winning this tournament. You know? And I feel sorry for them in the meta next week because it was pretty much cut and dry. But I think this deck that I played busted it open.
Yeah, you evolved it, dude. You evolved the meta. You made the strongest statement possible.
And like you said, Zan, it actually ties back to Star City Dreams Tour because last week in Dallas, I just picked the deck up and played it, and the tour actually groomed me to win this thing. So there's no doubt the competition there has, helped me grow in this deck. So you can't discount it. Don't ever let anybody think that way about the tour. I mean, they can think what they want, but we know it's tough out there in the Star City.
Yeah, 100%. I never doubted the tour. It's all about changing people's perceptions, and you're part of that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Jody, can you see why I love Zan? Isn't this guy great? Isn't Zan just, anyway, you mentioned the deck. I think it's a good time to segue. Tell us a little bit about red-black mid-range. Where do we fit into the metagame?
Okay, well, our deck is mid-range as can be. And then, like mid-range decks, we can play very efficient creatures if we look at the Chainwhirler and the Rekindling Phoenix. So against the aggressive decks, we can play the control role because we have bigger cards and card advantage. And then against the control decks, we can play underneath them in the more aggro perspective. get a little aggressive with Reveler and the Chainwhirler and make them react to us and big finishers like Siege Gang. It doesn't line up that well against the control decks. I mean, the combo decks, the Nexus Fate decks. Being a mid-range deck, it still falls prey to those decks, but those haven't been or big ramp strategies like Gates.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the current meta has been very littered with a lot of white and blue aggressive decks. And for a mid-range deck, I think the tools are best in Chainwhirler and Rekindling Phoenix at fighting those decks, and the red removal being so cheap and efficient. So I think it's in a really good spot in the meta right now. Clearly, I won the Grand Prix with it, but sure. That's why it just preys on the blue decks. The Chainwhirler being the most exclusive card, because you can't really play it in many decks being triple red and all, which makes this deck more red than Rakdos. The Rakdos cards are like the Eldest Reborn and Duress is in the board and kicking the Reveler with Spectacle. But outside of that, it plays a lot like a mid-range, just mono, red deck that we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
Like I played the Big Boros deck at the Invitational last season, and I really liked the treasure map into the Siege Gang, and I really thought the Siege Gang. I mean, there was Star of Extinction and Death McLaren on that deck, which really helped in the aggressive matches. But the Siege Gang was no slouch. So once it showed its light against the green and black deck as being a real good threat at stopping the opponent from gaining card advantage off Vivian, checking Planeswalkers, gaining control of a board of Explore creatures, and chump blocking big Growth Walkers. That's really all you needed with to be able to work your map to get enough card advantage to really overcome the mid-range fights. So It's just another iteration of something like that, but a lot better because of how good Goblin Chainwhirler is against the two aggro decks and how good really Rekindling Phoenix is in the format right now.
Yeah. No, I agree with everything that you said. But I can't help but to bring up, I heard a story that you were able to take down one of the Nexus decks with this deck.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a great story. Anytime you beat a Nexus deck, that's the one match that I don't really want to play. But in the last couple of weeks, because I did play the PTQ at the Magic Fest the Friday before, I actually lost in the finals.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, right before the Grand Prix that I won, lose the finals of a.
What was your win percentage like? Did you lose 2 matches this weekend? 3 matches?
Yeah, I lost the finals of the PTQ and I lost round 11 and 12 of the Grand Prix.
That's it. And you top 8 the week before. What? Wow, that's absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
I lost 2 matches last week. Once to Mono White and once to Esper.
Yeah.
Esper on camera, and then I lost so 3 matches because I lost in the quarterfinals against Nexus. But I think my draws are poor. You do have a plan against them. It's just not a great plan, and it takes a bit of crossing your fingers too.
Yeah.
But you could play a Dire Fleet out there, Elvish Archer style, and then run it into a 3-drop like Chainwhirler, and then if you hit them with Carnage, and it's up lightning their hand, and then next turn play a Siege Gang, that puts them on dead.
Yeah.
If you ever untap, even if they find a fog, so they have to actually kill you. It's tough, for sure, but you just gotta have to have the pressure there. And then post board, you get a lot more help. I think the post board games actually get you go up way better than they do if you have the sideboard. The Legion Warboss and the Duress are the big ones because the Warboss really puts on a fast clock because they don't really play any removal. So it's one card that can kill them in like 3 turns when you pair it with a Duress to take them off balance, or a Siege Gang or any other threat with the Warboss. You can finish the game pretty quick. So
sweet.
All right, that sounds awesome. We talked about the sideboard. We talked a little bit about the deck. What about you? What do you guys say to let's hop into a game?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Jody Keith, you're the king of this deck. What do you think of this hand?
Okay, our opponent's going first, so we're going to be on the draw. I like that we have 2 early removal spells in Carnival and Shock. In case we're against an aggressive deck, we have the Reveler to bridge the cards that aren't good. If the removal's not looking good, we can bridge into the Phoenixes pretty well. So I like this hand. We have the Phoenixes. We should be able to hit on 4 between the Reveler and being on the draw. They should come down on time and run a couple Phoenixes at them with early removal. So looks like a good hand.
Love it.
People that know me know I'm no stranger to dudes and removal spells, so yeah, I'm in for this hand.
Nope.
Ooh. All right, so Jody, which removal spell do you think we should use?
It's gotta be Carnival.
Yeah, you would think Carnival, and I would say you're right since we have 2 4-drops already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would just go ahead and Carnival this.
Well, yeah, my thoughts about it were definitely not that. I thought 1, we could get a 2 later with Shock, so 1 is good here.
Right. The thing you want to think about with that Carnival Carnage, though, is that you might want to get the 2 cards out of their hand. But since we're going to be playing against an Explore deck, it's better that we got rid of the Carnage, because sometimes you only get a couple lands that they got. So in this spot, I like to try and play the turn 3 Chainwhirler. Wait, not turn 3. Yeah.
Turn 4.
Yeah, turn 4, we don't want to play a Phoenix. So let's just go ahead and play the Cinder Barrens. You're right.
Cinder Barrens over Rakdos Guildgate. Everyone wants to know. What's up with that, Jody?
What's up with that?
Yeah,
I got a good story about that one.
Okay.
Well, I played exclusively Cinder Barrens last week. Last week in Dallas.
Sure.
And then Rakdos Guildgate is strictly better. So unless you're looking for cool points, don't play the Cinder Barrens. I had a foil one from Oathly Gatewatch, and it looked really nice. And I was like, I'm just going to play one of these because it looks cool. I didn't think I was going to win the Grand Prix, and then you win the Grand Prix, and it's like, this is strictly wrong.
Now it's standard. Everyone's like, if you're gonna play this deck, you have to spend the uncommon wild card on the Cinder Baron. It's like, I think you can use your guild gates. I'm not trying to be like a jerk about it.
Are we cool with this Chainwhirler, guys?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm worried about these wild growth walkers.
Well, they could get to walking for sure, but we're going to get to flying with the birds. So it's going to make a way better board position than they can handle in a green-black deck.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
like
it.
that.
I love it.
We're just going to Phoenix, and
Ooh.
maybe we'll have the shock in the spots where they can't. Ooh, was that a fine for Llanowar?
Yep.
All right, we're probably going to shock this Llanowar.
Yep, I'm on board. Is there any chance we play a Rix Maadi to try to get rid of one of these extra lands?
Yeah, I like. Well, wait a minute now. We might just play the Phoenix here actually, because what did they play the Llanowar for? They're
Jade
trying to
Light.
get to Nebraska,
Jade
or
Light.
are they trying? What's that?
Jade Light. They're trying to go for Jade Light Ranger.
They're trying to get a second greening source.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, to slow the whole thing down. Well, if they Jade Light, they get a 3/5. So
2 3/5.
2 3/5s. They have 2 wild growth walkers.
Yeah, I think I probably don't want to play the Reveler, and I don't want to just shock and not play the Reveler, because the Reveler is going to draw us 3 in about 3 turns. I think we just want to play out the Phoenixes and just overpower that.
All right.
Because unless they have Wrath Contempt, they really aren't going to be able to mess with it. And if they were just doing it to get Vivian in play, Vivian's just going to look terrible with this Phoenix in play.
Definitely attack.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we definitely attack. We probably should have attacked
First. Yeah. Because he could no,
Triple block,
No,
did
triple
we shock
block.
the
Triple
elf?
block wouldn't have done anything.
Ooh.
It's just a good habit. No real reason why.
No, it was 100%. You're 100% right. We should have attacked first.
But that's one thing playing this deck is I stole a lot of damage in Dallas just from attacking into 4 toughness creatures with all the mana up. He's thinking about it? Okay.
Interesting that he didn't attack.
Okay. So in this spot, we're at 19, they're at 27. We just want to control this board more. So I do like playing the Rekindling Phoenix. I would just go ahead and shock the Llanowar Elf. It doesn't seem great, but we're trying to Reveler, so we won't get these cards out of our hand.
All right.
Ooh, I
I'll
like
just
that.
shock him. Because if we draw a land next turn, we get a Lava Coil, play the land, attack with a Phoenix, and then Reveler. And I can kill Llanowar Elf here just to decrease the total amount of mana, so that if they play a Crisis, it's only going to be a 4/4
Yeah.
on this turn.
Love it.
I mean, this is just going to be some good big Wild Growth Walkers. Yeah, we probably... All right, yeah, we're going to double block this Wild Growth Walker if they attack, right?
Yeah, I'm about it.
Yep, trade a Chainwhirler for a Wild Growth Walker.
Ooh.
I mean, oh yeah, definitely. I'm double blocking it. They have a removal spell. We're going to lose a bird. Right. We wouldn't even lose the Phoenix. We would just lose 5 life.
Ooh, we drew the land. Jody,
So,
just like you said.
I told you. So let's get this Ranger. And I would only attack with one Phoenix because their life is so high. We're going to win by card advantage here.
Jody's a master of this deck. Who would have thought he would be so good?
Ooh, there's
man.
gang.
Gang.
We got the gang. I love drawing that card. Yeah, I would just trade the Reveler for the Jade Light and block the Wildgrowth Walker. Oh, no, don't block the Wildgrowth Walker. Maybe we just chump the, we just take the 5. I think.
Yeah, I think we take the
Well,
fact.
no, well, we can't ever really avoid this Chupacabra. I think we just take it because we're going to have goblins to chump that Wildgrowth
Right.
Walker next time. Yeah.
Totally on board.
See, this is the point of the game where you got to watch out for fine finalities too. But
Oh,
Phoenixes are really good against those. Because you can still get the chump in. Because it's funny that we're at 7 life because the game always looks up like this. You're at 7, they're at 30 something, and then you can't lose the game.
Nice. Ooh, getting back Jade Light. Does he have the land?
Okay, that's great.
Ooh. Alright, that's totally fine.
Well, because they don't have any form of card advantage. Like, I mean, they got some lands right there, but right now we're about to.
Ooh, I found another one.
All right, we just siege gang and then.
Take 2?
Yeah, and I don't think we're gonna take 2 because we're at 7.
Nah. Siege
I
gang
don't take
2.
any more damage. The question is, do we want to shoot something, right? I think we do want to take 2 because we're probably gonna get that siege gang Chupacabra,
Alright, cool. Pay 2.
and we got at least sack the siege gang itself to pick off the Chup or the Ranger.
And are we just good to hit for 8 here?
I don't. Yeah. Here's the problem. Yeah. Let's smash for 8. I like it. And then if he Chups the siege this turn, then we'll just trade with the Jade Light and chump the Wildgrowth Walker.
Nice.
So.
Okay. In this spot, I would just block the Wildgrowth Walker and shoot the Jade Light.
Yeah, I mean, makes a lot of sense. Turn one goblin into fog. Fog minus a creature on there. No, the other.
No.
Like
Yeah,
this?
block the
Yeah,
Walker.
and then block and then shoot it.
So
And then
I have a question. Is it better to do this or block 1 and 1?
Oh, yeah, not shoot. Yeah, and then shoot them for 2.
And shoot? No, actually let them play the Chupacabra and then shoot that instead.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that's fine. This is cool.
Zan, this is cool.
The thing about Siege Gang in this deck is it provides so many options, and so your opponent has so much to play around. And usually, I don't know what the best play is, but whenever they make one, then I can play off of it. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. Sacrifice the goblin. The one he's targeting. And it's like, are you sure? And you're like, I guess.
All right, let's get in for 8 and then.
Oh, hold on. Actually, right here,
No way.
we want to play the mountain, not the Blood Crypt.
Yep.
Because we have more than enough black sources. You only need 1 in play, so
For sure.
keep that in mind when you play this deck. Also, you want to smash for 8 and just make the 2 blockers. That's cool too.
All
Let's
right.
do it. Let's beat them up. Make them have more explore creatures.
Goon squad, beat him up.
Beat them up.
Do we have removal spells? Is there any chance we can just kill this 7/9?
No, we don't even have to though. That's the best part. So
let's make 'em discard
right
his hand.
Here, yeah, make them discard their hand.
This is the fun part.
Also, we're doing something cool to the race when we put them to 16, in my opinion.
Yeah. 2 chumps in a row, and that's it.
You got a goblin. I hope nothing changes about this board.
The only thing that could change is like a hostage taker, which they couldn't cast the Phoenix if they did.
Ooh.
All right. Whirly Boy in for 8. And we definitely want to play a lion too, in case we draw a siege again.
Boom.
Jody, are you in for this new Magic trend of calling everything like a boy, like a whirly boy? We won!
I do. It's caught on to me. I mean, I say Whirly Boy all the time.
Yeah. I love it.
You know?
Yeah.
What were our outs? We didn't have any way to kill this thing. Literally, we had to draw the Eldest Reborn as a 2-0. All right, how do we board, Jody? Just tell us. We finally don't have to figure it out.
Okay. You put in Angrath, 2 Theater Horrors, a Fight with Fire, and a Shivan Fire.
Oh, we accidentally put in status.
And
And
a
no,
Shivan
you want the status too.
Okay.
Yeah. What does that Carnival do? Oh, you clicked it out on accident.
On accident.
Yeah, click that Shivan Fire.
Shivan Fire.
Now cut the 2 shocks.
Choose 2 shocks.
I'll explain it to you in a
Oops,
second.
oops.
And cut 3 Revelers, 1 Direfleet.
3 Revelers.
I know it looked real good right there.
1 Direfleet.
Things are about to be different.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it.
Ooh.
So we're looking to go bigger than our opponent. Okay?
Right.
So we're coming with the theater. We just want to go over the top of them. The shocks, we just swap that for the Shivan Fire, just because Shivan Fire, there's going to be spots where you have 5 mana up on your opponent because the game's going to go deep, and it makes it to where they can't hostage taker on turn 8 and steal something and cast it. So we need that instant speed to be able to kill a hostage taker. That's one of the few ways they can get through the Rekindling Phoenix. And we don't want any discard. We're just going to grind value because if you look at all our cards, they're nothing but card advantage. Pretty much.
Hey, all right, let's get it.
Should be good.
Let's get
That's
the
good.
W.
Let's get the Angrath steal on the Krasis. Big Krasis. Get it
Ooh,
here.
that's the dream. That's the dream.
That's how I killed a couple of Nexus decks to answer your question from earlier.
Oh, that's how you
Full
do
big
that.
Krasis.
That's sick. That's sick.
Exactly. Dude,
That's
Krasis
amazing.
plays. Okay, this hand has a swamp in it. It
Yeah.
has 2 lava coils, so we can check the early game, so we know the game's going to go longer. We have siege game, check a planeswalker. It's definitely a keep on the draw.
I have a feeling we're gonna status Chainwhirler this game. Go ahead and call it.
Yeah, we try it. I definitely would like to see a what's the card? Treasure map. That would be a great draw here.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
With all this removal, that's what makes the deck so good. Is the removal's real cheap, and so you can work a map while you're still controlling the board.
Ooh, I'll go.
Yeah, and that one's just going to eat the first level foil.
Yeah, no 7/9s attacking us every turn this game, sorry.
Yeah, we're done with that phase.
We've done a good job, Zan, of drawing a land every turn. I like that. I like that we're thinking. I kind of want to talk to you about maybe not doing that for the... There we go. Eldest Reborn. That's what I was talking about.
Let's continue Lava Coil.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
It's going to make their fine finales look real good.
Please play a Vivian.
All right. Yeah, that's the main reason to do it right there.
Ooh, that's a good draw. I like
I
that.
think we probably just come with the gang here.
Yeah, Seed Gang. Let's
Ooh,
go.
Siege Gang.
Big board presence.
God, every time you just like play Siege Gang, and you're like, you have to have the fine finality.
It's like, yeah, for a 1-for-1.
Every time we leave only one card in our main deck after sideboarding, it's in our hand.
I
like
think
I'm
we did
s-
something really cool here. Yeah, 1 card, yes.
We're gonna attack with all
Listen,
3?
We're gonna attack first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Nice.
Hey.
See, and you see, the most important thing in this match is to be patient, you know? Go ahead, yeah, you know what to do.
Yep. Cool.
So, like, we're not going to cast either of these 2 spells. You
Yeah.
see?
I see it.
For sure. We can get value off of our Rix Maadi soon.
And you could do that because we have a check on any planeswalkers, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't have a board presence, maybe you needed to do something to try and get one, but... let's see here. This 1/3 is looking kind of weird. I think we want to play out... We could probably play out the Eldest Reborn here.
All right.
Because they would have to Vivian it, and they only have 1 card.
And then their Vivian would die to the Goblin, so it's like not a big deal.
Right. Yeah, and since we have the Chainwhirler, if he pluses the Vivian, we can still kill it.
Ooh. Yeah, and we're still good.
Well, I might get a... It's cool, because now he's going to have to play whatever he was trying to set up here.
I mean, I really think that he probably has a Hydra Krasis stuck in his hand, and he can't play because he
That
doesn't
makes
have the blue.
sense.
Oh, there's a Vivian.
Oh, there's the Vivian. This is going to be a plus.
Yeah, if he wants to protect a good card in there, for sure.
And, like, a good draw would be, another Eldest Reborn, but we can also just see a land to make us... Yeah, they just killed. All right, sweet. So we can swing 1 at the Vivian.
Or 2, right? It's a 2.
And 1 at them. Because we're gonna play a Chainwhirler and a Reveler.
Oh.
Yeah, look how sick this turn is.
Yeah, this turn is gonna be nasty.
Like,
Yeah.
they have nothing, and we're
Treasure cruising.
massively head on board and treasure cruising. Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
nuts.
Jody.
All right.
What did you do?
I don't
Jody?
mind this.
What did you do?
I don't mind
Like,
this
they're
spot.
passing the turn. obviously they're a little color screwed, but still, I mean, what were they going to play? Like, even in Crisis here,
Oh
they're
my
going to fight a Phoenix and
God.
make them discard the cards they draw off of the Crisis if they drew a blue right there anyway.
Yeah. Jody, that was a slaughter. That was a slaughter.
Jody, do you mind hanging out until we're top 8 of the Mythic? Just like, that was insane.
Yeah, I'm on my account first, though.
That was insane.
That was great. That was great.
Oh my gosh. Jody, you're a true master. Thanks so much for being on the show.
No, for real, for real.
I'm gonna let you and Zan talk because I'm just like still like, whew.
Yeah.
Got heated up in
Jody, Jody, you really, really broke it. I'm so proud of you, and I was so glad that I was there to see you do it, dude.
Man, it was great having everybody there. It was tough they didn't really have coverage because there were some good games that were played. This deck, obviously, how fun was that? Wasn't that fun? We got to draw 3 in a red deck, play a Chainwhirler, and wipe a board, and fight Planeswalkers, and we were about to reanimate one.
Yeah.
It's great.
That was sick.
It's crazy. That's crazy. All right, viewers, if you came here for Jody Keith, don't forget to smash that Magic Fest like button and comment and subscribe. And if we get enough commenters, enough subscribers, we might be able to have Jody Keith back on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you looking for the deck list, it's in the description box down below. And all right, we're gonna sign off. Jody Keith, say bye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.